Hi, welcome. I'm very excited to show you the Project Iris and what it is about. So as some of you might have guessed, Iris is about eye tracking. It is currently driven by the eye tracker from Tobii called Tobii EyeX, and you can get this eye tracker from Tobii website currently priced at €100 or $140 as a developer kit from the Tobii website. So let's dive right into it. What is Iris about? So you have some standard functions for an eye tracker. You can move the mouse cursor by your eye gaze point. You can hide the mouse cursor in case you are distracted by the cursor. And you have the possibility to perform some sort of automated click based on a dwell time. Let's go to the settings we have here. Of course, we can bind some keyboard functions in case you are losing control of the mouse. So we have F4, F5, F6 and F7 per default. And the first three are controlling the main three functions here in the main window. And the fourth one is a pretty neat function for combining Iris with the kinetic mouse. So you can set up a key here. And what this key will do is it will blink the mouse cursor instantly to the point where you are looking at. So you can leave all these three options off and set up a keyboard key binding in the kinetic mouse. And whenever you perform this expression in the kinetic mouse, the mouse cursor will just blink to the point where you're looking at. And this is a very cool synergy between these two products and gives you a lot of speed advantage over using the kinetic mouse alone. So then of course we can control the dwell click time at which the click is performed. And last but not least, this is the most powerful feature of the Project Iris. We have a feature called interactors. So what are interactors? Basically, interactors are zones that you can define on the screen where some action is performed when you look at them. So currently the action can only be a keyboard hit or a keyboard key binding. So whenever you look at this screen position, this key will be triggered when you are looking at this interactor. The practical use for this is gaming. So you can set up screen regions that trigger some game actions that you define in the game when you look at them. So a perfect example would be reloading your weapon. So what we do here is, for example, in the first-person shooters, you would want to look at your status display of the ammunition or your gun to reload your primary weapon. So how can we set up such an interactor? We click here on Add Interactor and it will add this little window. And now we can basically define the region of interest by dragging and by placing this window somewhere on the screen. So let's say we have a first-person shooter game. The gun is mostly located somewhere in the right corner. And when I place it here, let's make it a little bit smaller. And now, of course, you can't see it, but when I look at it, I can activate this region. So all we have to do now is to assign a key or a name, and let's name this interactor reload and assign the key R. And here we can also define the behavior. So when we look at it, should the key be pressed just once instantly, held while you're looking at it, or should it behave like a toggle? So you have to look at it twice to actually activate it the first time you look at it and deactivate it the second time you look at it. So let's hit save, and I will now focus the notepad window so you can see that the R key is actually pressed when I'm looking at my interactor. So that's interactors. We also have the option here to define the set of interactors. Will basically be very game specific. So when you have a game setup created, you can also add another profile. Let's call this test and add it here. So as you have noticed, it already switched to the new profile. And when I go back, I'm back at my first interactor profile. So the neat thing about the interactors is actually they don't need to be visible in order to function. So we have the option here either by clicking this red cross or by hiding all the interactors. As long as they are in your interactors list and the profile is active, the interactors will still be active. So I can show you this when I now switch again to my notepad window. Let's delete this and look at the same region. Although there is no window visible, I can also trigger the R key. So also for full screen games and full screen applications, you can also use these interactors. And I think it's a great concept for gaming, and especially for game actions that are not directly required that you have to focus on the game scene. So for example, reloading, picking up items, opening maps. You need a lot of keys for that, and you can perfectly do that by your gaze point. The neat thing about the gaze point is that it is very fast. It is not as accurate as your mouse cursor should be, but it is pretty fast, and these buttons can be used very fast and almost instantly. So let's show the interactors again. I will add a few other interactors and I place them down here. So for example, in an MMO game where you need lots of spells, you could use these interactors for assigning lots of spells that are seldomly used and have a long cooldown, for example. And now when I look at those, you can see I have pretty good control over these buttons. So that's it for the interactor concept. Iris is available right now, so you can also download it and give it a free trial for 14 days. And I hope you enjoy it. And also don't miss out the second video where I show especially the combination of Iris and the Kinetic mouse. That gives you some pretty neat synergies that are very worth to check them out. So hope you enjoyed it and see you next time.